Hello, guys. Let me unmute the microphone. Sorry, all my hair is gone. It's all back here. But I hope you're all having a great day. Hello, Petunia, Adrian, and Siho. Yeah. Oh, you're having Chick-fil-A right now, Petunia? Nice. Very nice. Hello, Phantom Dude. Hope you're having a good day slash evening. I am back, kind of. There's a whole big story. I'm gonna wait a moment and I will get into that first. Let me go ahead and ask you all how you're doing. What's new? It's been a while. It's been a very long time, I feel like, since I've done anything on YouTube. It's probably only been like a few weeks, but it feels like a long time to me. Maybe, I don't know, when was the last time I streamed? Maybe it was long ago, maybe not. How's the noise? You guys always get to be my testers here. How is it? I have a fan going. Very, very low, but the fan is going. And can you hear the background music? Because I realized on my last stream, when I went to make sure it uploaded, that the music was so low. I was like, oh, you can't even hear it. So let me know if Katusha's too loud, if the fan is too loud, if we're all good, if you're good. Noise is okay. Perfect. Thank you, guys. So, I hope you're all doing well. And tonight we're just randomly building stuff, and I'm catching you up on some really crazy stuff that's going on in life for me. Makes this stream today. Yay. Hello, Omega. Hope you're having a good morning. Hopefully I can still remember like people's time zones and everything. My brain is so fried, which usually it is. You guys are used to that. But it's especially fried right now. And I'll get into that in a second. But first, let me show you guys what we're going to be building tonight, because I just kind of wanted to build random stuff. Howdy, Brandon. Hope you're having a good day slash evening. So we're going to be building random stuff, because I have these kits. I'm like, these are easy. These I don't think they need glue. I don't know about the tiny one. But hello, Ryan. Hope you're having a good evening. But yeah, I figured let's do some little kits, catch up on what's been going on with life, with me, what's gonna happen with the channel. It is the morning, still morning for you. Good. Oh my god. Yeah. I will be able to tell more about what's going on in my life in a later stream, but I can give you the most of it right now, so it's okay. So those are what we are going to be building on stream tonight, or at least whatever we can do. I'm not too worried about it if we can't get all of them. You guys can pick. They're basically guy on my left from Escaflowne, old school, and then we got Tanya. So well, whatever you guys want. You're going to pop on your Phantom Forces grind. Very nice, Phantom Dude. Cool. You're in EST time too, Brandon. Awesome. So you're on the same time as me. Hello, Maho. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Well, really evening. I don't know. When do you say it's evening? I know our time difference. I feel like it's been a while since I've talked to all of you. Let me get the Girls and Panzer kits so we can take a vote on which one's next. Not for this stream, for next stream when my schedule's back on, whatever stream that ends up being. The beginning of July is weird, and then it becomes all good again. Hello, Heartland Rail fan. Hope you're having a good day slash evening. Alright, so we have option number 1. Option numero dos. Option 3. I'm just gonna say them all in different languages. So, option 3. And I don't know 4 languages, so here you go. 4. Those are our options. Let me know what your thoughts are as to what we build next. I don't know why. Well, no, I do know why, and then I'm also like, I don't know if that was a smart move. Getting these, I was gonna try and get the smaller scale. Like, I was like, I pretty much made the decision that I want the smaller ones. And then I think just because this was Spain and this was, Poland, I was like, well, I have to. I don't see these go up very often ever. So, let's see, we got a 1, we got a bunch of 2s from Heartland. I instantly vote for Panzer II, Blue Division. Alright. Blue Division. Blue Division, Panzer II. Yes. 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 My poor brain. Alright. Then I suppose we will do this. As I see 4 votes. At least 2 for this, because I can't remember what order I did things in. I gotta, my brain. I gotta work on my brain. Alright, so we will start with Blue Division. Next stream, next building stream. That's tank related. As for tonight, anyone care about this? A Polish FT-17. What's the F? I don't understand, Siho, but I'm not gonna pretend I know what the F and the T stand for. Make the Chiha. Alright, we'll do Blue Division. Let me write them down. I now have, oh look at this. Look what I have now, a little sticky note thing for when I stream so I can remember things. Oh, so fancy. I totally didn't have that at my desk at work. That's, where is a pen? Pen, oh, I feel so prepared. You could do a poll for the chat. That involves learning something new. Okay, how do I do that? Let's see. Engage my audience. Is that what I click for that? Start a poll. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Okay, we could do that. Start a poll. Oh wait. Oh, add options. Okay, okay. Let's see. We're gonna do this all official. Good idea, Omega. I should learn something new tonight. Okay. So, what do we build next stream? Or you know what? Let's make it fun. Which tank next? There we go. Nice and simple. Which tank next? And then we gotta put in the tanks. Alright, so we got the FT-17. Hello, Consuming. Welcome back. Hello, Holy Knight. I hope you're having a good day / evening. We're taking votes on which tank is next. Let's do Panzer IV. I'm learning how to do something new, so if this all goes awry, don't blame me. Don't hate me for it. The Chiha and the Panzer II. Hold on. Last one. And oh, look at that. Look at that. I hope everything is right on there. If not, you guys can make fun of me. Look at that. Alright, I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that. I'm not sure, but it sounds right. FT and FT is French tank. You know what? That makes sense to me. French tank 17. It worked. Yay! Oh, yay. How exciting. I learned something new. If Monkey joins the stream, your break from learning Russian language is going to come to an end, and my brain is not working. I have not studied at all. You'll understand once we get into starting these and I start explaining what's been going on. Cause yeah, it is all tied. Is it? I can't even. I only can see, I guess, what's winning maybe, or oh, if I click it. Oh boy. Guys, for the Panzer IV, it's all tied. Oh my gosh. Panzer II. It's pretty close though. The Chiha and the Panzer II. Oh boy. We need a deciding vote. Oh, that's exciting though that I learned something new. I'm very, very happy about that. Alright, I will end the poll once one of them's back at number 1. Because right now we're tied for number 1. Anyways, while that finishes up, you guys have any preference on what we build first tonight? Again, we'll go through these to whatever extent we can. And I'm not too worried about it. Oh, there we go, Panzer. Oh no! Wait. Okay, Panzer II. End poll. Panzer II wins. There you go. Let me write that down before I forget. So we're gonna do Panzer II. OneDrive, don't tell me you're doing stuff. Don't you dare do stuff while I'm streaming. Shiha. FT. I don't know why. I'm writing down like the percentages next to it as if it matters. I'm just putting them for the order of what we're doing next. Apparently my brain thought I needed to do percentages. Well, we technically it's the char FT 17 char is tank in French. Oh. Huh. The more you know, Brandon. Thank you for sharing. I was unaware. So, there we go. For next stream. Yay! Full glitch Panzer IV 1. No. I don't think so, Heartland. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and start with whatever of these. And I can get my mouse out of the way, I suppose. And I can start telling you all the news of what the heck's been going on with me. We'll do the beat up box first. We'll do Escaflowne first. So, there's a long story to this. I can give you some details. I can't give you others. But, long and the short of it. Why is there a tank in there? I must have thrown one of the tank instructions in there. I quit my job, is the news. I gave my 2 weeks. So I'm finishing out working. There's Darjeelings in here too. The Q potion. Apparently I was just throwing them in there. So it's kind of crazy. And yeah, maybe I do need to just talk about this real quick before we build. Basically, lore on consuming here. I've talked before about how I've worked since I was very young. I got like my babysitting license when I was in 5th grade, when I was 10 years old. So started doing that then. Then in high school, got an internship for the company that I'm quitting. So I've worked there for 12 years, and it was time, is one way to put it. The more accurate way to put it was very toxic work environment. And I don't want to be one of those people who like goes on the internet and just bashes my old workplace or whatever, you know, because I don't think that's smart. And this place has done really good for some people, just not me. So, the good thing, I mean, there's a lot of good things about that actually, because this last month I have been stressed out beyond belief, and it's really been bad, to the point where once I told my coworkers I was giving my 2 weeks, they were really happy for me because they thought it was a really good move. My family, who is very much, you need to find a job before you leave your job, like, I thought my family was going to be really upset with me. They were actually really supportive because they've seen how bad I was, like, mentally. It comes down to a toxic manager, basically, and I got to the point this year I've been really trying to work on myself, just in general. I quit drinking soda, quit drinking alcohol, started going to therapy, started like trying to reach back out to my friends, started exercising, eating healthier. I mean, my diet's not healthy, but it's healthier. I've lost 20 pounds since the beginning of the year. Like, I've been doing all these things to try and fix things in a way, and I just became worse and worse. And this last month, it really came to a breaking point. Oh my gosh! Angel! I got the thing! Oh my gosh, wait, unless it doesn't work. That was really loud. Thank you so much, Angel. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Quack leaves due to paperwork. That's not the reason I left my job, but oh my gosh, thank you so much, Angel. I appreciate it. Thank you. But let me just see chat. What a coincidence. What a coincidence, see how? Oh, are you talking about the battery, or did you lose your not lose, did you leave your job too? Was the internship paid? Since I know in America you have unpaid. It was paid. It was a paid internship. So I started as a file clerk, worked my way up in the company to being in a marketing assistant. Because again, I've been there 12 years. Ultimately, though, and I can disclose this, I was, even though being there 12 years, and part of this was because I started during, as an intern and all that, I was one of the lowest paid people at the company. They just hired someone last year with same education amount as me, because I thought that was holding me back too, because I only have an associate's. So I didn't want student loans. I didn't want college debt and all that. So I chose to get less educated, and I thought maybe that's why I was not being paid what I should have been paid. And yeah. So when I know how to run that report, and I can see what everybody makes in the branch, and I was like, this is not right. I've been here for 12 years and this is not right. You have people starting and they were making more than me, and it's just, at a certain point, when they tell you to your face, like, oh, we can't give you any more, and then you see them give someone else more, and it's just, that wasn't the reason I quit, but it definitely was a factor. The biggest thing is that my husband started a new job, and this is why I wasn't able to come on here as often. And that's because my husband, sorry if I'm all over the place, because my brain really is fried. I can tell you about today. Today was an exciting day too. But yeah, my husband got a new job, and he makes more in 1 month now. He makes double what my paycheck was, and I was the breadwinner. So I looked at that and I was like, I can't stay here. I'm like killing myself, and my hours were going to be cut. Get this. My hours were going to be cut to 20 hours a week, which, to be fair, I needed in the short term to go to part-time because we only had one car. So we've been saving up for another car. And I was told that I had to, for the rest of the year, keep that schedule, even if I got a car. $20 hours a week on what I was making after taxes, $400 a week. There's no reason. I was talking to my grandfather about this. This is one of the reasons my family's so supportive. I was telling them, I was like, I explained everything and they could see, and even my coworkers, when I like went in and I was like, I'm quitting, they could tell I was like so much happier, so much more relieved, and I felt like a huge burden off my chest, really. And my grandfather had said, he's like, well, what if your husband loses his job? And I was like, if my husband loses his job and I'm only making $400 a week, we're screwed anyways. So I was like, I'm not lazy. I'm not opposed to working. That's why I bring up the whole backstory. I don't know why I just clipped that. My brain just, I've worked so long, and I'm like, I'm going to take a break, figure myself out, work on my series, work on YouTube, and I'm going to work on, I do pet portraits, I do wine labels, I do artwork, and oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you, see how? Quacks in German. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate it, guys, I really do. But yeah, so hopefully, actually, so not hopefully, I will be able to stream more. I will be getting videos up more, like every week again, once I'm out of there. So I'm out of there on the 9th. So that's the whole thing. But I'm just working on busy, awful work for now. So it's not as hard on my brain, I guess. But as for my series, I was so happy. I got everything in order. I just need to make sure I have all the printouts that I need, and then I can really start working on it more, which I think I told you guys before. It's called Human Error, but I'm like really excited to start working on that. So, cool thing. So we can never afford childcare, because again, we don't make a lot of money. And now that my husband is going to be the only one working, obviously that situation still very much the same. Can't afford childcare. So my family and his family have always helped out. They're going to keep helping out, so that way when I would be working at work, I can just work on my series. And I'm so happy and grateful for that. And if I have to go back to work, so be it. Like, not where I was. Again, it doesn't even logically make sense money-wise to go back where I was, but like, I don't know. I feel so much better. If on last stream I seemed really down, at all. I try to hide it as much as I can, but if I seemed off, or if you go to watch the last stream and I seem like either extra tired or whatever, I was just not doing well, and it's because the hell month of April turned into the hell few months all the way through June until now, and now I'm just so happy. So, what kind of sucks at your job was very toxic, but look on the bright side, you cannot hang out with your kids and family, more time to myself and my endeavors. Yeah, well, see, the whole thing too is, so, because we only had one car, I was dropping my husband off. So in the morning, we'd wake up for 4:30, 5:30, depending on the day. I'd take my husband to work, then I'd take my kids to wherever they needed to be, whether that is with me or if I had to drop them off somewhere to watch them. And then I'd work, and then I'd go get my husband, and I'd get the kids, and we'd go home, and then I'd make dinner, and then I was like so tired I couldn't do anything because I was waking up early, and I was like shuttling everybody around, and like all for good things, because again, my husband is making way more money than than we were combined before. So it's worth the sacrifice, but it's not worth the sacrifice. Like, if my hours weren't going to be cut so heavily, and I was going to be allowed to, once I had a car, change my schedule back, like that, the money that we were saving for a car now becomes emergency fund. We're just gonna keep my Renegade going until hopefully it lasts a very long time. I had a whole issue today with the Renegade, but I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, so that's all that's been going on with me without going into too much detail or bashing anyone in particular. Because there's a lot behind the scenes that is horrible. And luckily everyone knows it, regardless of how much this individual tries to deflect it, we'll say. I've been there long enough that people know me, so they could see what was happening. You can even hang out with us more. I'm just joking. Oh no, well, I'm serious. Like, I will, especially like doing the cosplay and stuff, like I'll be able to build these, I'll be able to do the cosplay more, I will be able to hang out with you guys more. Definitely working on the series more. I am gonna have to use a different software for editing videos. I'm gonna have to find a new one because the subscription and everything is running out, the one that I borrow from a friend, and they're not renewing. So, and since I'm in a money pickle, I am going to have to figure that out. I'm also not going to be buying any more merch, but I have a huge hoard, so you guys will still see unboxings, so that'll be good. I'm kind of at the point too where I'm like, there's nothing I really need. Like, there's a line that I'd like to complete, but it's not the end of the world. So I wish I could donate more, but I'm broke as fuck. Oh my gosh, Siho, you're fine. And just bought 4 things: Tales of Vesperia on the Switch, a new pair of Joy-Cons, a full shell and Joy-Con shell swap kit, and a TSW 5 Loco DLC. Yeah, no, you're fine, Siho. You guys never have to donate. Like, I always appreciate what you do, but never feel like you have to, obviously. Like, I really appreciate it. That sucks that it was so bad. It was so bad, Omega. It got to the point, it was bad. There's a particular person that was the problem, and again, I could talk more about this later once I'm actually out of there. I still don't want to bash anyone, but just because someone's difficult to work with doesn't mean that they're a bad person. I've dealt with plenty of those kind of people where I'm like, oh my god, you were the worst person to work with, but you're a pretty chill human being. Like, I don't know if this person's that, but I also don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to be that person. I feel like I'm bigger than that, so I at least want to be bigger than that, so I'm not gonna air out every little thing, but it was really bad. It was really bad this last month. I'm hoping my question would be read. What was your question? Petunia, let's see. Speaking of soda, did you eventually try the Poppy Soda? Oh no, you didn't. I did not try the Poppy Soda. I completely forgot about that. Alright, well that goes on the sticky note. I did try, what did I try? I don't know if I told you guys last stream. You're gonna have to forgive me. My grandmother has been getting me different things to drink. I probably did talk about this, but I tried something new. I think I got a piece of wig on my head because I was working on the wig this morning up here. Do you have a new job lined up, or will you be homemaker? I will be homemaker because I already kind of was. Like, I do all the, I mean, I can learn how to cook now, other than, you know, I do bake. I make bread and muffins and things like that, but now I can learn how to make, like, food, which is good. Even though where my husband works, they have, like, like, it's very fancy. They have, like, a cafeteria with, like, people who make food, and it's fairly cheap, so he mostly will eat there. But it'd still be good for me to learn how to make more than just, like, mac and cheese for my kids. I mean, I can make other foods. I just, you know, again, don't have the time. So I'm buying, like, the Walmart, you know, what is it? The, like, pizza in the box, you know, that you put in the oven. You know, not really junk food, but it could be better kind of thing. So, but no, I don't have another job lined up. It's just, with the way that my schedule was, there was no way. The other, I'll tell this story next stream, or next time when I'm done working. I'll tell you the full story of this, as long as I remember. But I was gonna have no time to find another job because things were so busy at a point that I worked like 6 hours on a holiday, and that was brought up during a whole discussion that where there was some blatant lying going on, we'll say, but not on my part. Meanwhile, I'm trying to make 722 for a Broadway limited HO scale big boy locomotive model. Nice, Ryan. Very nice. Which is why the Sharpie one, this has that in the name. What? Has the, oh, are you going back to before? Oh, and hello, Frank, if you're still here. I see you said Legos. Not quite, but kind of. Building, clicking pieces together. So is that, or you mean it, that's why it's got char? And did I say bis instead of bees? Oh my gosh. I just hope, okay, yeah, you just hope by the time that you do, the model's still in stock, that you could probably find it on the secondhand market, I assume, if it's not, worst comes to worst. It's not ideal to have to search it out, but you know, and it might save you some money. Alright, your battery's at 2, you might call it a day and eventually come back. Alright, Petunia, enjoy your Chick-fil-A. Have a good one. Bread starts rolling. Yeah, I made bread today for my neighbors, both of them, because they did very nice things for me recently. 20, that's not the first one that I clicked out. 20 and 21. Yeah, so these are like super easy. This is why I'm like, oh, we'll do this while we chat about this stuff, because I just I never usually have time to build these. Now I would, but I'd much rather build them with you guys. At FedEx, I'm going to be loading packages. Oh, yeah! I know someone who works at FedEx. Not doing the packages, but I do know somebody who works at FedEx. Neat, neat. Well, that's good. That's a good... I think that's good. I even said to my mom, I was like, I don't care if I have to go work at freaking Hobby Lobby. I don't give a crap. Anywhere. I'm at the point where anything is better than where I'm at. Because they're, like, let's be real. I've been working there 12 years. And, see, when I will tell you the amount I was making, but, oh, it wants me to put a cape here first. But the thing is, you know, things are relative to where you live. And living in New Jersey, it might sound like a lot to you guys, but I can tell you right now I am one of the lowest paid people there. If not the lowest, other than interns. But 12 years there, $26 an hour. That ain't right. That's just not right. So when people are like asking like, oh, why are you leaving? Like, again, I'm trying not to be that person and make issues, you know, or not even make issues, but I just don't want to be that person who's like spreading gossip and all that. I was never that office politic kind of girl. And so one of the things I've been saying, and I've been saying it loudly, I've been working here for 12 years. And they ain't paying me shit. Not for New Jersey. Not for this company. But you already solved your battery problem by just plugging in your cable. Oh, good, CEO. That is fantastic. Since you are home for longer, it means you can cook meals that longer, since roasts are really good for you. But they take a long time to cook, even. Yeah, exactly. Or I have a crock pot, but I've never like used it, and I haven't had time to like really learn. Okay, we're skipping the cape because I don't like the fabric it comes with anyways. I know I can take it apart and redo that cape because I did it with the last one that I built, because I did already build one of these. Not this same character or mech, but It sucks that I will be missing your weekday streams since you're starting a full-time job this week. Ooh! Good for you, Omega, though. Very good. Hope that you enjoy it, whatever it is that you're going to do. But yeah, it's all good. So once I'm done, I can start streaming twice a week and getting a video out. That should be totally doable because I used to do that when I was still working at this job for a while until it became impossible. Your new position nearly pays the same as your old position. Yep. Yep, new girl was hired last year, an associate's degree. Making $27 an hour, which is crazy to think about to me. Yep. It's horrible, Omega. That's what's happening. And it's not only that that's happening, I was also told, this is also getting into a little bit of drama, I suppose, but I was specifically told, my biggest raise I ever got was $2.50. I was told they can't go higher than that. I know for a fact my coworker just got a raise of $5, and he just started last year. He told me that information. We're really chill. So, yeah. So they can do it. They just won't do it for me. And I know why, because I know who is pulling the strings there, but you know, again, it is I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it. It should be good, hopefully, even if it is not, then it is something to put on your resume. Yes, exactly. That is important. Extremely important. It is, yeah. That's how my husband looks at all his jobs, because he's had a lot of jobs. He's worked his way up quite a bit from where he was. You already have another job lined up. It's called You're My Doctor. Alright, Brandon. That'll be my job. But yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop like buying any extra stuff and all that. Work on the cosplays, work on my series. The cool thing is so now you know what my pay was. I was the breadwinner. We're very used to living very frugally. Like when I get my figures and all that, I am very much a budgeter. I always have been. The credit card at the end of each month is $0. And we're very much savers and all that stuff. The irony being, like, if I was allowed to go back to work and have a car, like, we had enough to put a down payment on a new car. We had enough saved because we're such, like, heavy savers. And now that's the emergency fund. So we're also not, I will say, we're not, like, stupid. We're not just like, oh, I'm now going to quit my job and I have, like, nothing just in case. Like, we have enough. I have some crazy, like, girl math that I could use, but we're fine. So, just, you know, in case anything went tits up or whatever, but you know, you have to think about that stuff, even though it's not fun to think about, but we're gonna be okay regardless. So, I finally get a chance to breathe, and it feels really good. So, I'm in a much better space. I'm much happier. Would it be a new car or a 3-year-old new car? It probably was going to be a 3-year-old new car, but we could have put a down payment on a new one. That's, like, how much we were able to save. Do you glue this? Oh my gosh, I didn't think these needed glue. You do glue. You glue the little hands. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that? The glue's all the way over there. Of course it is. Ignore my pajama pants, per usual. Oh boy. Alright. And we're back. Hello, Doctor. Dr. Harley. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so it wouldn't be a new car. But oh, hey, since you guys don't like Jeep Renegades, since you guys don't like Jeep, you want to hear my fun Jeep story today? So today, I woke up at 3:30, which just because, again, I wake up super early every morning, so my clock is like that, right? So, wake up super early and all that, work on the wig, then I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take my kiddos, we're gonna go to Walmart. Aw, my glue thing came off again. I'm gonna go to Walmart. No, don't fall in there. You know what? Where's my tweezers? There we go. It's like, let's go to Walmart, get just a couple things, and then I'm gonna go to the post office to mail a package. Yes, Angel, this story includes you if you're still here. So, get to the post office. Get out of the post office. My car won't start. You know, the only car we have. My car won't start. I'm like, what? What's happening? Every single possible warning sign starts flashing on the dash. Power steering, four-wheel drive, what was the other one? There, parking brake, airbags, everything is going off. And my radio's coming on, and I'm just like, what is happening? Call my brother, because he's a mechanic. I'm like, hi, can you help me? What? So I explained what's going on. He's like, okay, try to turn it off, try to turn it on. Like, we're trying to see what's going on. Hello, Mr. Wooshie. Hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. Thank you for asking. But yeah, so trying to figure it out. Trying to turn it on. It's not turning on. And then it starts giving some more random stupid things, right? Random stupid. Yeah, it was having a seizure. I agree. That's exactly what I said to my brother Holy Night. I was like, it is just having a conniption. It is completely losing its mind. I don't know what's going on. So he was like, say a Jeep moment. Omega. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, it sounds like it might be an electrical issue. Do you have any tools on you? Like, not an electrical issue, the computer. He was like, if you unplug the negative of the battery, everything will reset. I was like, okay, I don't have any tools on me. He's like, and you know, he's got a newborn, so he can't come rescue me. So I was like, okay, well, thank you for your help. I will, I'll figure it out. Now, I have my oldest child with me at this point. I dropped the youngest one back off after grocery shopping. I dropped her off to my husband. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and call everyone I know. So I call my dad. Doesn't answer. My mom doesn't answer. I'm like calling people nearby. I'm calling like any family member. No one. No one's answering. I'm like, of course, no one's gonna answer. Because I'm sitting there looking on my phone. It's like, oh, hey, this is what the Jeep Renegade does this to tell you that the battery's dead. Which is funny because it does have a sensor to say that the battery is having issues, and it didn't flash that one. So, oh, thank you. My hair's not actually cut. It's just back here, and I didn't straighten the bangs. But thank you, Nightshade. I hope you're having a good evening as well. So yeah, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Call my aunt. She picks up. She doesn't have jumper cables or anything, but she'll come rescue me and my child. So I'm like, all right, that's good. I was like, oh, hold on. My neighbor, I don't think they're home, but let me try them. So I called them, because I was like, I could have walked home. It would have taken like an hour, but I could have walked home, but I had my daughter, so I didn't want to do that. Oh, thank you, Nightshade. But yeah, so I was like, okay. Call them. They get the little jumper box. Sure enough, zips it right back to life. Take my daughter home. Then I go right to AutoZone. I call them like, hey, if I bring it, can you replace the battery? Because I don't know how to do that. So had them do it. Took the guy forever, which was fine because he was super chill. He was like an old dude, very much reminded me of my grandfather. He was like, I'd rather be outside. He's like, if you're not in a hurry, I'm just going to take my time. I was like, go for it. I was like holding the nuts and bolts and stuff for him. We were just chatting it up, which is great because again, I'm very antisocial. If I can get over the anxiety, I can be very social, and I very much enjoy talking to people. As long as I can get over that hurdle, it's getting over that hurdle. And that kind of situation, I told him, I was like, I am so thankful that you're helping me. So thank you, you're good. So it was a good day, but a stressful day because then I was like, all right, I need to make bread. It was by the time I got home, it was the afternoon. Well into the afternoon, and I was like, all right, I need to make bread now for for my neighbor who just rescued me from being stuck in the parking lot. I was like, of course, today was not supposed to be a stressful day, but as it goes. So then I made bread, and I made bread for our other neighbor too, because our lawn got a little long, and when he did his lawn, he mowed ours, and I was like, oh, that's very nice. So I make him bread when he does that. But now that I'm going to be basically a stay-at-home mom, I will be able to make sure that the lawn is mowed on time. I was also sick last week, so That was part of why I didn't get mowed as well. I try not to let it get too crazy, but last week it got crazy. It was raining and then that. What am I making, Dr. Harley? I am making a Guymelin. I am making escaflowne in particular. Here is escaflowne. But yeah, so after that whole moment, I was like, I know why people have issues with Jeep. Plus, I will say, it was the original battery. I bought that thing in 2017. It's in 98,000 miles, so I don't know. We don't like Stellantis. I'm gonna call it Stellantis. Not the brand themselves, lol. Oh, okay. You don't not like Jeeps, Omega. You just don't like the company that makes the Jeeps. Did I have any models in mind, or did not get that far? We've been looking at the side of the road cars. So, so get this. There's a Suzuki Sidekick. It's red, right down the road. If it wasn't Suzuki is hard, you know, the parts are the problem because, yeah, it's high mileage. But my mom, when I was a kid, that was her car that she had. She had the red Suzuki Sidekick. And I was like, oh, I want it, but it doesn't make sense to get it. Plus, right now, it's okay. Oh, you're gonna log off for now? Okay, Siho, have a good one. Yes, have a good morning. Get some sleep. I know it's early for you. But, yes, yeah, so that's that whole story. Today was crazy. Off topic. Hey, we're all off topic here, Wushi. You're good. Off topic, but how did you discover Girls in Panzer? Since I started watching the anime and discovered your channel. I discovered it years back when I was watching... I can't remember if I watched a parody first. I think I watched a review of it first. Like, I don't think it was... I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm gonna get his name wrong. It's the guy with the thing on his shoulder. Does anyone know who that is? Anybody? I want to say Poseidon, but I think I'm getting confused with Poseidon Entertainment, who does, like, either Disney videos or Dead Company videos. I'm not really sure what he does. Now I'm mixing up multiple people. But you guys might know who I'm talking about. Long time no see. What did I miss? The White Death. I quit my job. That's what you missed. Just went through a whole spiel about it. But, yeah, I gave my 2 weeks. So that's the big thing. I've been super busy because of work, and it's just not been good. So, yeah. You're doing well. Okay, you guys are going back and forth. Hi, Plastic. Hello, Mr. Gibbs. I know, long time no see, but I'm back for the most part. I'll be back more after the 9th. I will, I mean, I'll still be streaming before the 9th, hopefully. Oh my gosh, I hope so. And hopefully I can get a video up before then, but so sad. No, White Death. It's good. It's a good thing. It's actually a really good thing. You know it's a good thing when everyone else at the company who you talk to, who's known you for 12 years working there, are all supportive and are like, good for you. Good for you for leaving. Because a lot of them are fed up too, to be honest. Not for the same reasons I'm fed up, but a lot of them are also really fed up. Because it's not a good environment. It used to be really nice, and then we changed offices, and things just changed. I don't really know how else to describe it. Things got weird. Not that things necessarily... I kept thinking things changed with my boss, but then I realized maybe it was more so that she wasn't my boss when I started there. She wasn't my boss until 2020, and then I had one kid, and then in 2022 I had my other kid, so I had a lot of maternity leave in there, so I was like, maybe it was just that I wasn't, like, there enough to see it. Maybe that's what it was. Consuming, give me the exact same way we would talk to people. I love to talk to him, but it's very hard for me to start a conversation. Yeah, it is. It's hard to start a conversation. But especially, like, when you're stuck talking to someone, I think that helps. And, like, in that situation, like, what was I going to do? Just stand there and watch him fix my car? I was like, here, let me help. And then I was like, here, let me help. And he's like, oh, no, it's okay. I was like, no, seriously, like, my brother is a mechanic. My grandfather was a mechanic. Like, it's all good. So then we got into that whole discussion. So it was good because we had that kind of, I mean, obviously he was a mechanic at one point, and I guess he kind of is a mechanic at AutoZone because he's doing that stuff, but he was funny. He was like, I need to find a different piece, goes inside, brings out something, this still has a tag on it. He's like, I just took this off the shelf. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't care. As long as I'm not paying for it, you can do that. I don't care. I thought that was funny. I was like, he's just very much like, you could tell he was someone who did not want to be inside, like at the desks or not at the desk, but at like the counter. Like you could tell he really enjoyed being out there working on the car. I was like, you can take your time, dude. Enjoy it. I don't really have. I wasn't planning on doing anything. I wasn't planning on getting a new car battery, but I didn't have anything else planned either. Wishy, you discovered Girls in Panzer through Instagram Reels. Oh, very nice, very nice. Very good. And so, you just said you recently got into it, yeah? Well, welcome. Welcome. That's a lot of what I do here on the channel, to the point where I consider myself a Girls in Panzer channel. Okay, at least for now, while everything pretty much encompasses it, if I can speak properly. So, but yeah. Where is the number I'm looking for? Ah, it's over here. It's over here. Maybe one day we'll paint these on stream too. That's the thing, again, if I'm doing more streams, we can do some random ones as well as the scheduled ones. I'll probably just keep the schedule I had before and then just add some random ones in. That's my thought. You need a mutual topic to start a conversation. Yeah, from there you can just go with the flow. Agreed. And that's so, weirdly enough, I feel like since this whole little burden has been lifted, I feel a lot less, like, scared to talk to people. And I'm more excited about the convention. I've been watching videos about, like, making friends at cons and all that, and I was like, you know, I think I can do this. I believe in myself. But in all honesty, you know, it was something I was worried about. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to find those little meetups. Find people who like the same thing as me, because there it is. There's the topic of conversation that we have in common. And if it goes, you know, anywhere from there, we become friends, that's great. If not, that's fine too, you know? But I figure that'll get me to socialize a bit more. So I'm very excited about the con now. I mean, I was excited, but I was scared. Scared might not be the right word, but you know what I mean. This goes this way. Does that work? Can you guys hear me? Can you? It's not looking good. It wasn't looking good. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me at all? Your audio's back. Is it weird? I'm talking through the camera instead of the mic. You're back now. We can hear you again? Yes. It works now. Okay. Awesome. But is it like really bad quality or is it good? I've never talked through this camera before. We can hear you fine? Alright. You know, maybe my audio jack's broken. I was having issues with my friend. We were trying to play Left 4 Dead the one night. Which is another way I knew I was, like, not okay, because afterwards I was like, wow, I did not... Left 4 Dead's, like, my game. I was like, I didn't even enjoy that. So, but yeah. Huh. I don't know why it just cut out. Sounds normal? Hear the fan. How bad's the fan? I can always up the music as long as you can still hear me. Oh my gosh, I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to glue it. That's okay. I glued it anyways. There you go. Yeah. Here, use the fire. You know, let me get the thing. Maybe I like touched the wire a little bit. You can hear the fan in the background. Your fan is a lot louder. Yeah, but see, you say it's fine, but it'll annoy me. It'll annoy me if I know that. Alright, does that fix it? Because if that doesn't fix the fan noise, then you hear the computer fan. We can hear you, but it sounds a bit different. Alright. Hopefully, let me know if that fixed the fan issue. Because I'll be streaming for like another hour. The fan is a bit loud, but it's not overwhelmingly loud. Can you still hear the fan? And thank you guys for telling me that there was no sound. I don't know what I was talking about before we lost sound, and I don't know. Again, I don't know why we lost sound, but there we go. I could have done this earlier, and if I had remembered. But oh well. I'm surprised, like, I don't know. It's weird, so it still shows that it's lit up, but I guess it's just not picking anything up. It is something we're normal for my streams are very quiet, so now it's a normal volume. Oh, the fan sounds better now. Perfect. All right. Good. That's cool. Well, and that's actually good to know too. That's one less thing that I have to set up. One less thing that could possibly go wrong. My voice is gonna crack a little bit, like a teenage boy. My voice is gonna crack. Alright. Let's see. Oh, it told me to do that a certain way. Let me guess. I did it the wrong way. Probably. Knowing me, probably. The best thing about them snapping is you just do this. It's much better than gluing. Looking good. Looking good, by the way. Yeah, it looks pretty good so far, I think. Thank you. Making friends at the con. Oh, yeah! So, I don't know where exactly I was with that. Wait, that was the back, right? Oh no, I did have it right. Wow, I'm impressed with myself. Oh my goodness. Hello, Kat. I hope you're doing well, having a good day / evening. Oh, it's morning. You just said that. And then I'll get back to talking about the con. Let's see. You're so glad to be here again. Things went bad since the last time we talked. Oh no, I'm sorry. But I'm glad I'm still alive to see your stream. Oh geez. Even if I am taking blood via IV right now at the hospital. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm very happy that I can watch something which I can change my vision from my injuries and stupid reflections about my life, at least for a couple hours. I don't know what to do anymore. It's extremely hard to be an adult. My dad, since my deportation attempt, doesn't want me as daughter anymore, and I can't fly to my mom. I'm so frustrated with life. I wish things are better. At least I have your live streams to make my day happier. You're very mature and so sweet. I kind of feel like you're my mom, lol, but overall, I will overcome this somehow. But yeah, long time no see. Long time no see. I'm sorry you're dealing with all of that. Glad you can see me as a mom figure. The consensus seems to be that I am mom or sister, depending on who's who's watching. But no, I'm glad I can be here, and I'm glad that we all can chill out during these streams. Help us through hard times. It sounds like you're going through a really hard time, and I really hope the best for you. And yes, things will get better. Things always get worse before they get better, it seems. So Wilson is the nurse and Anchovy's physician. Essent Pepperoni is the nurse aide and Darjeeling is the pharmacist. Sayori is the receptionist. Is this in your building? Is this your specific staff? Brandon, because it's pretty lovely. It's pretty good. Or doctor if you're me. Deportation is a less aggressive word for self-sleep forever. Oh, Kat, I'm so sorry to hear that. No, life's worth living. I understand. I do. But yeah, I don't want to get too not only down, but also YouTube has restrictions on that, I know. Talking about that kind of stuff. Life is worth living. You have eternity to be dead. I've heard that was said once to me, and I was like, that's a good point. Like, you might as well live it, because the alternative you're stuck with forever after this point anyways. That's a less emotional way of looking at it, and when you're in that kind of mood, not even mood, when you're in that kind of mental state, apathy kind of does take over, and I think hearing things like that, sayings like that, are in a way more helpful. There are definitely people who care about you. We enjoy whenever you're here and talking to us and everything, that you would be missed. So I sincerely hope things get better for you. And there's another saying, but just, it's rough. Life is rough, but it's worth it. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And again, when the rest of your life, you don't have a choice, like after life, there's death, and that's it. And you might as well live the one life you've got. So, because, again, you have the rest of eternity to deal with or go through whatever you believe happens after that point. So, those are just some things that were taught to me. I understand how you feel, without getting too deep into things. But I sincerely hope the best for you. I hope you are in a better space, and I am very glad that you did not succeed in your attempt, because I am glad to see you here. And I think I speak for the entire chat. We are glad that you are here with us. So, but let's get our minds off of that, because you said yourself you like just being able to chill and kind of escape life a little bit. So let's just kind of chill, and we'll go right back to building. But that's just my 2 cents on that. So, the con. Yes, the con. I am going to the con and going to try and make friends. I was watching Diet Shampoo, which is a cosplayer on YouTube, and when she went to the convention that I went to last year, and she's going to go to it probably this year too. It looks like she goes every year, and she and her friends were just having this crazy fun time, and I so desperately want that. And me and my friends used to have like that kind of like crazy, you know, being silly and all that stuff. Blech, there you go. But because they don't like anime and they don't really do conventions, I don't have that with them. The few friends that I do have, like they're not anime people at all. So it's hard. It's hard because I like miss that, and then it's also like I want to recreate that with other people, and the best way to do that is to find groups of people at the con who already like something I like. Even though I'm just standing there awkwardly, but I'm like there, I'll take that as a win, in my opinion. White Death, your mom has similar hobbies and similar interests that make us all happy. Yes, this is a place where we can talk and have fun. Exactly. We can talk, we can have fun, we can chill. We're all good. The real White Death is talking to me. Yep. That. Alright, let's see. Where are we now? Well, at least get this one done. Well, at least get this. I would like to do the Tanya too. I think the Tanya one's really easy. But, I mean, I could always be wrong. It is me. I could be wildly underestimating it, so we'll have to see. But yes. Oh, also sorry if I haven't gotten to reply to any comments. Again, obviously, a lot's been going on, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back and... There's a little bug just like, it just like, ding, and then flew away. I was like, oh, I gave you a little kiss. But, yes, if I don't respond to you, feel free to rewrite your same comment again somewhere else, so it triggers a notification. After a while, I feel like YouTube's just like, oh, you didn't check it fast enough. I'm not going to tell you anymore. And, oh, I was cutting a rose bush today. We have a rose bush in the front of our house. Tanya, which Tanya? Yeah, Yujo Senki Tanya. Where is she? Sorry, I could put that the correct way. There you go. Apparently she came with, well, it says, yeah, comic number 7. So this came with book 10. I can't read. That is a 10. Right there? That's not a 7. That's a 10. I either can't read or can't speak. But, yeah, it came with the 10th, comic. Or manga. Whatever. And yes, hello, Ervin. Hope you're having a good day / evening. Hope you're doing well. And welcome back, Petunia. How was your Chick-fil-A? What'd you get? What'd you eat? Oh, let me fix this. Oh, you have that figure? It's sitting on your desk. Was it hard to build? I feel like it looks pretty easy. I opened it to take a peek before. Doesn't look like it'll take that long. What is this piece? What is this piece I am looking at? 7. It's this. So I have another. So this is the old Escaflowne model. I have the new one. They released a new one a few years ago, or maybe just a year ago. It's like a really nice kit. I have it too, but I'm kind of nervous to build that one. I don't know why. I feel like I've been doing okay with the tanks, so I feel like I should feel better with that. It's easy? Yeah, okay. Thought so. Thought so. So we'll probably do that instead of the last. Especially because I don't like this character. I just got him to complete the set. These are super cheap, by the way. I think these are like $5 each. This is Alan Shazar. If you guys played StarCraft, there's a character apparently with his name or something, a reference to him. Not that I played StarCraft, my husband did, but apparently, if the name sounds familiar, that might be where you know it from. What am I doing? There we go. I love when they just click together. It is so nice. Of course, if this would actually click together and not leave a gap, that would be even nicer. There we go. Cool. Get that little excess off there. That's an awkward spot for it. I might have to file that piece off, actually. That's, like, really awkward. Yeah, we'll worry. We'll figure that out later. Look, it's a foot. You always get chicken nuggets from there? Heck yeah. Chicken nuggets are good. I think I explained last time that when I was... There's the gnat. I'll just take care of that. I think I explained last time that when I was pregnant, maybe not. I don't know. So when you're pregnant, your like taste buds change. It's a really weird thing. I didn't have anything crazy. Like, I know some women get crazy stuff. I just happened to all of a sudden be obsessed with lemon water. I always thought it was gross, and then I got pregnant, and I was like, oh my god, it's the best thing on earth. Lemon water. But I actually hated their chicken when I was pregnant, and I learned that they use pickle juice in their batter or whatever for the chicken. So that's why they can be polarizing, and some people hate it. I was like, oh, that must be why I didn't like them when I was pregnant. I don't know if I've had them since then, which means it's been a very long time. There are 2 more gnats. You know, there's a hole in the screen. And this is the only room up here that has lights in it right now. They're all like, ooh. Oh, also that night that I thought there was a cockroach in this room, wasn't a cockroach. It was a clicking beetle. Oh yeah, you guys can see them flying around. But it was a clicking beetle. So I didn't realize they can fly. So that made me feel a lot better about not killing him. But I found another one downstairs, and I went to pick him up. Not with my hands, with like a tissue to flush him. And he like clicked in my hand. I was like, what the heck was that? And then I looked him up. I was like, oh! Huh. And look at that. Just like that. One of the sprues, the spries, the trees that I never name properly. Done. I can just throw them down there because I need to vacuum and clean up here. I feel like I'm always just cleaning up here. I just throw everything on the floor and then I just clean it all up. It's fine to make a mess. You just gotta clean it when done. Let's see. Holy Night. You also started watching Strike Witches. The first 2 episodes were fine. I mean, they were panty shots, but I was prepared. Episode 3 and 4, especially 4. May I just say I was not ready for nudity. Oh, you watched it uncensored? I don't know, because I have the Blu-ray, so I, like, kind of knew mine was going to be uncensored, but yeah. But how are you liking it so far? You're thinking about watching that, but never mind. Also, the fan service, painfully obvious, episode 7 is definitely the worst of the fan service, and to make it known, I did not look, I only saw I was a gentleman. I did not make it to episode 7. Now that I'll have time, though, when I'm working on my cosplay, I can watch it. Whenever I'm not streaming working on my cosplay, I'll be able to finish up. I think I mention this every single time, but that's how I watched Death Note in 2 days, was I just binged it while working on the Roadhog cosplay. Which I still have to post for you guys. Maybe I'll actually be able to get on posting all my crap for you guys too, you know, since I will have time and hopefully more memory space. I think that's part of it too, is my brain's always so fried because I'm always so stressed from work and stuff. And right now, you know, I had a pretty stressful day, given the Jeep situation. But I think that I will have more time to relax and also just remember things. There we go, got another leg. Those kits are so cool. I got some kits from Pegasus Hobbies. I was able to build the hull of the T-34 with no glue. Ooh, nice! That, and I need glue for some details. Oh, okay. That's cool, though. I didn't know that they had tank kits that were just snap. That's nice. Wait, they don't usually show anything under the waist. It's only their butt and their breasts. I already finished Chick-fil-A before your battery. Well, what did you eat? Oh, you ate chicken nuggets. You already answered me. Sorry. You really enjoy Death Note mangas, while the anime version is amazing too. Manga is so way more in depth. The manga, I remember, I have it. I remember I started reading it. I don't know if it was the text was too small. There's a lot of words, which makes me sound really stupid. Be like, oh, there's a lot of big words. But, but I probably need to just try and read it again. I think it's that, it's a good anime. I enjoy it, but it's like not one of my favorites. So, it's good. And I'm glad I watched it. But it's not one where I felt like I needed the manga to read it. It's one where I needed the manga because I'm like low-key a prepper in my head, and I'm like, well, if I don't have electricity, I still want to be able to enjoy these stories, so I have to buy the manga. Just in case. So that goes on. That looks right. That looks right, and that's where the cape will go. Cape will go right here. Once I find a better cape. These are like just the worst little felt things ever. I put a nicer one on my other guy too, wherever he is. Oh, he's over there. So. But yeah. Oh, also highly recommend this anime. But I think I've mentioned that before. It is one of my top. Worth checking if you like reading manga. If you've been enjoying the show, it's very fun except the fan service. I got finished with episode 8 and left me on a cliffhanger, so now I can't wait to watch episode 9. Awesome. I'm excited to get into it. Have you ever heard of Magnificent Kotobuki? I feel like you maybe mentioned it before, because it sounds familiar. So maybe you mentioned it before. Yes? I mean, maybe not, but I think perhaps. Alright, this goes here. Yep. We're at the end stage, everybody. Got them all pretty much together now. I need to figure out what arm I want, I guess. Guess it's letting me decide that. I feel like this is wrong. That's right. No. No. I don't like it like that. Oh wait, that's one piece. Never mind. I can't take it apart. I was like, I don't like the way his forearms are. Well, that's attached. It's built that way, so. Nothing I can really do about that. Why is this one not going in? There we go. There we go. Look at that. Ooh. Isn't there... What's that one? I want to watch that manga with Lelouch. Is that his name? I'm going to call him that. He's going to have a not nice nickname. I will not be giving him a nice nickname, but... As per character, assuming I like him. Either he likes me or he annoys me, he gets a nickname. You recommend watching episode 10, 11, and 12 together. 11 and 12 basically a two-parter. Oh, okay, Omega. Once I eventually get to it, I will also try to keep that in mind. I'll probably try to watch it all in one go. Honestly. Now that I'll have more time, I can pull an all-nighter and then work on my series the next day. All that, especially if it's just storyboarding. I don't have to use my mind for that so much because I'm storyboarding things that I already wrote out. So I just have to look at what I wrote and be like, oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Don't have to use my brain as much. Because I've done that to a couple parts now. I want to draw all my little characters and put them up here for you guys too so you can see everybody. There we go. There we go. Oh, these actually, look at that. They tilt. How fancy. There's only been 2 parts in the show that didn't make any sense to me. Insanely poorly written, but that could just be me. Basically, Girls in Panzer, except the Panzer is replaced with World War II fighter planes, and someone that worked on Girls in Panzer also worked on that anime. Yes. And aliens. There's aliens, yes? Wasn't that what was going on? Were those not aliens? Am I remembering the series wrong? Let's see. You're unsure. What should I build? A teeth, an 38T, or a Sturm Tiger? My bad if I can't spell it correctly. That's okay. I can barely pronounce it correctly. You were also planning to watch Girls in Panzer episode 1 to Das Finale. Ooh, nice. Which one should you build? Which one should you build? I would say let everybody else. Let's see what everybody else says. Because I was gonna... Yeah, I think the 38T. But let's see what everybody else says, too. They know better than me. And you know better, too. What do you feel like building today? Why are you not going in? What is wrong with you? It's definitely not me. It's definitely you. Piece of plastic. Sup? Hello, Q-Tip. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I don't know why it tells you to put this on before that. That was like just bound to happen. This goes this way. But does anyone... Code Gias.
just came to me. Code Geass. I want to see that. I mean, I'll watch Strike Witches as well. I'll watch Strike Witches first, but I want to see Code Geass because people like dress up as those characters. Not that I want to dress up as them, I'm just curious. Plus, they have a silly old design, and I like old anime designs. Okay, come on. Get in there. Oh my lord. It is not working. Take the arm back off. Bleh. Yeah, bleh. Oh my gosh, no. Stay. You're about to get glued. That's a threat. Hey, do any of you know what tremors are? Not like tremors graboids. If you don't know what that means, then never mind. Any of you know what that is? What I'm talking about? That was part of my childhood. I'm just curious if any of you know what that is. You never could tell. I didn't know many people who watched it when I was growing up, but I've heard of people watching it since then. I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm just curious if you guys know what that is. Alright. Alright, sir. Your other leg is definitely not on all the way. The mum voice. Just came up with a great original idea. It's exactly like Magic the Gathering, but it's different World War II events. I know nothing about Magic the Gathering, so sorry. Sounds interesting. I just had no comment. I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering. I would like to one day play D&D, which I know is not the same thing, but wow, this guy sucks. He can't like move his arms at all because there's no room to move his arms because he's got these thick little hips things here. He looks silly. I wonder how the like nice one's gonna look compared to this. Because this just doesn't impress me. Oh, where's this little... Oh, I know where this goes. Actually. I do actually know where this goes. He's almost done though, which is good. We got him done, and then we'll get Tanya done. And we'll have been caught up. Yes, the movie with Reba. Reba's in Tremors? Why don't I remember that? Maybe it's just because I loved Burt Gummer so much. He was like the only character I remember. And Kevin Bacon's in it too, yeah? D&D is quite fun. I want to play. That's one thing where it's like, oh, I think my friends could play, but I don't see them enough. So... Because from what I understand, it kind of takes a little bit of time to play. Right? Yeah, this goes on the other one. And then we got a sword, and then he's done. Yes. Which one? Was she in the first one? Like, it doesn't surprise me that she's in that movie. I'm just surprised I don't remember, because I love Reba. Like, I love the show Reba as well. That was a huge part of my childhood as well. I used to watch that as a kid. Did I just put that on wrong? Of course I did. You can do it online? Oh, really? Your sessions are normally about 3 hours. That's kind of a long time. But, I'm not opposed to doing it. I played D&D with my friend once, but it didn't last. So, to me, I never had true D&D experience. The closest I got was Baldur's Gate, and that was the only thing that got me to the point where I was like, oh, I could maybe do this. Also, all my friends have done it, and I'm like, oh, you all have played it? Maybe I should learn how to play it. That'd be nice. Consuming hot glue, not this time around. No hot glue here. Just this glue that likes to do that and take the thing off. Just the uneventful glue that doesn't like to work. Likes to break itself. But yeah, so, Brandon, did you know that Tremors had a TV show? I used to watch the TV show as a child, too. That, I feel like, is a little less known. But you, too, you like to Reba as well, the show Reba? Unless you're talking to somebody else at that point. Or you're talking about D&D. I love that we have a billion conversations going on at once. It makes me so happy. My little brain, that just likes to bing, bing, bing all over the place, loves it. My dad always used to say I lived in a state of confusion. Think so? Yeah, it was cool because it was like, what's that called? Is it called episodic when it's like one thing? The way that Supernatural used to be and all that. It used to be one at a time. I look back and I'm like, I feel like a lot of the shows, like my parents were very strict about a lot of stuff. But I feel like a lot of the shows that involved real people when I was growing up, like, were probably not appropriate for me to watch. Reba, not so much. I mean, it deals with, like, real issues, sure, but I mean, it's all fun. Tremors is kind of scary for a kid, I guess. And then NCIS I grew up on. I remember writing a whole paper about that in, like, 3rd grade. Teacher was not impressed. And then Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural. Those were all the, like, real... Oh, Charmed. Is that all of them? I think that might have been all of them. Those are all... I think it's because that's, like, what my family was watching, so it's what I just kind of watched. As to you about the Reba show, yeah. Reba was good. Reba was very good. So I have a question for all of you. I think you guys had a You guys had a chocolate sandwich? It is 2 pieces of toast with Nutella in the middle. It is your childhood classic for you. I don't like Nutella. My husband does, but I do not. But I used to do sandwiches like that, and on the other side, I do Nutella on the one side, and then I do fluff on the other side for these kids I babysat. And I used to look at it and I was like, this is not a sandwich. This is a dessert. I like consuming the very dangerous paint that I use. I mean, if it's paint that makes you happy in the head. That's why I like to draw with Sharpies. This is not staying. I need to just hold it in place. You know, I have those things that'll, like, hold it for me. I should probably just use that, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just this little sword. Little. That's not little. That's not little. Watching a show too old for you is something that nearly everyone has experienced. Agreed. It's weird when you have parents who were strict about stuff. Like, they were strict about some things and not others. I've mentioned before that I was allowed to play games with guns but not swords. And I don't know if, like, at least if it was for a while, but I do wonder, like, if I would have been allowed. We didn't have, like, any Nintendo stuff until I had my DS. Well, I guess I always had Nintendo handhelds, but we never had anything beyond that. So I never grew up with Legend of Zelda, and I don't know if my parents would have let me play it. Because they didn't let me play Final Fantasy. So, or Bushiroad Blade was the one I really wanted to play. It wasn't until I played Tekken, and that kind of was an accident because I had it on a demo disc. And I was like, I already have it on a demo disc. That was fun. I had to convince my mom to get that. I think I've told that story before. That Tira was on the cover, and I love Tira. No, she was on the back of it. Love Tira. But her Soul Calibur 3 outfit is very revealing. And my mom was like, because she was going to have to get it for me because I couldn't get it. It was rated T, and I was not a teenager. And she was like, why are her boobs falling out and all that? And I was like, she's one of the characters on the demo disc, so whether you get it for me or not, I can still play as her. And that convinced my mom to get it for me. I mean, logic. I feel like I was a pretty smart kid in that way. I'm already playing it. I already see it, man. And that is probably the most revealing outfit in the game. Maybe. Song Nina's got her outfit's a little revealing too, but... Oh, and Ivy. Hers was too. There's actually quite... Soul Calibur 3's got a lot of skin. Skin and curves. Guns but not swords. That is a new one. Yeah, Nightshade. So, the logic there was that I could go to the kitchen and grab a knife, but I couldn't get into my dad's gun safe. So, as a kid, if you're trying to reenact what you're seeing, theoretically, I could reenact what I was seeing and have access to knives, but I couldn't reenact what I was seeing with guns, other than Nerf guns. And at that point, who cares if you're shooting each other, you know? So that's where it was okay. So I was allowed to play Twisted Metal. My mom and dad used to pretty regularly play, like, Twisted Metal, and Medal of Honor, but mostly Twisted Metal and Tomb Raider were the big ones that had guns that they often played, so. But consuming warm paint, ew. Ew. Let's see. But so I wasn't allowed to watch, like, I never actually got permission to watch South Park. I wasn't allowed to watch Family Guy until I was in high school. I accidentally watched Draw Together. When I say accidentally, I mean I watched it and at my friend's house, and then my parents found out about it later on. And my mom was like, that's really bad. But at that point, there was nothing they could do. So, like, they were very, with adult cartoons and stuff, they were very, like, and also, you know what? I wasn't allowed to watch, like, funny movies. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't even know if it was, like, a rule or if it was just, like, they'd never let me watch them with them. But, like, well, I could never watch, like, Jackass, which I know was a big thing when I was growing up. It's Jackass, and then, like, for instance, I tried to watch Bridesmaids now as an adult, and I'm just not interested because I never watched those kinds of movies. Any sort of funny, stupid little ha-ha movie, I just wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid. So, that's why. That's why. I don't think the doctor should be okay with that, Brandon. What, with snuffing the Sharpies? But it's fun. It helps me do operations. Yep. Because I'm not just a doctor. I'm a surgeon now. Surgeon plastic. You wake up and there's miscellaneous Legos and other plastic bits inside of you. It's my signature. It's my calling card. That didn't answer the question. What was the question, Omega? I totally missed what was the question. LOL, that would have gotten my demo disc taken away. Oh, really, Nightshade? I'm surprised they didn't take the demo. So the demo disc had Jaws on it, but Jaws was totally chill because my mom loves Jaws. But that Jaws game was brutal. You just went around eating people, blood everywhere. It was really, I don't even know. I think it was like, was it called Jaws Unleashed or something? It was like really gory. But that was fine. I mean, at that point, I was probably also playing Left 4 Dead. I started playing Left 4 Dead like at a very young age. And my mom wasn't really happy about it, but my dad was like already playing it, and he let me play it, and it was fine. It was the first PC game I ever played. And so I got my Xbox in 7th grade, so how old was I then? I was 12, 11, 12 then? Oh yeah, 12. So I probably was playing Left 4 Dead since I was like 10. But my parents were always weird about like the other stuff. That makes surprising sense also. So white chocolate is chocolate. White chocolate is not chocolate. I got yelled at for that at a chocolate factory once. He's like, what about white chocolate? And the guy slammed I was a kid, that's why this has been great in my memory. Scared the crap out of me. Slammed his hand down into this freaking, it was like a pan of chocolate he had. Slammed his hand and went, white chocolate is not chocolate. I was like, okay. He was like a really elderly man, and he got so mad about that. He was very passionate, I think was what it was. I like the white chocolate Reese's. I don't really like white chocolate in general, but I like the Reese's cups. The white chocolate ones are the best. I prefer them over the normal ones. Twisted Metal 3 is baller. Yeah, I only played the first one. It's got an interesting... I didn't even realize it had a story, because when I played it as a kid, I just didn't... I mean, we didn't get far. I was a child. Consuming hot glue. Not today. Actually, I didn't even manage to burn myself this morning. But don't worry, my hands got... Yeah, you can see some of it. I got... Oh, maybe not. I have the little prickers from where the rosebush got me. Because I don't need to wear gloves. I don't have much feeling in my hands. He's done! Yay! Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? Not really. I actually don't like him. I don't like his legs. This one leg is not going in all the way. He kind of looks like he's got chicken legs going on. But he's done, so that's good. We got one of them done. We got 12 minutes. Let's open up Tanya. If it takes a little longer than 12 minutes, so be it. So be it. Let's see where we're at here. There's actually a good episode of My Strange Addiction where this lady drinks paint and prefers it warm. Oh, I love My Strange Addiction. I haven't watched that show in forever. I remember the one lady was like eating sand and she's like, I like the way it feels between my teeth. And I was just like, I hate sand on me at all. I can't imagine eating it. I live in New Jersey and I don't go to the beach because I don't like anything about the beach at all. It's like one of the main things that people like about, you know, living in a state like this. You're so close to the ocean. I don't like the ocean. I don't like the ocean. I don't like the smell of the ocean. I don't like the beach. I don't like the sand. I don't like the sun. There's no reason for me to go to the beach. Look, there's a little grossness on this. This is used, so I'm not surprised, but yeah, there's like it's like peeling paint or something. Here, maybe I can show you better on here. Yeah, you can see it better. Again, this camera's looking really good tonight. I guess, you know, they're just lucky. So let's get Tanya. Oh yeah, look at this. This is nothing. This is nothing. Oh, bonjour, Maxie. Bonjour, tu regardes les Simpsons quand tu étais enfant? Sorry about the pronunciation. I never can pronounce étais. Okay, that's okay. That's okay to happen. I didn't think that was okay to happen for a second there. That's her head. No, I don't know how to say allow. But in English, because my brain's not working very well, I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons growing up. So no. No Simpsons. Your dad knew the cheats to Twisted Metal 3? Nice. I feel like I'm a little behind. Hold on, maybe I'm not that behind. Medal of Honor Airborne was your first hard game. The nightmare I experienced was not fun. Oh. Yeah, the original, was not... Sorry, I'm just confused as to what the heck he wants me to do with this. The original wasn't necessarily hard, but it also, like, can't say I got very far in it. I mostly just used to watch my family play that. I think I played it, like, once. Probably. You didn't answer your mom's question as to why she was showing so much skin. Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't. I was just like, but I've already played the game. It was a rhetorical question. Why is she showing so much skin? It's fine, was like what I was trying to say. I'm trying to say it doesn't matter. Tomb Raider, not Tomb Raider, Soul Calibur 3 was the, Soul Calibur 3 was the game where I was trying to explain to my mom, because she started watching me play, because every now and then my parents would, like, all of a sudden just stop in the room and watch us play, and she was watching me play, and I was playing as Ivy, and Cervantes is her dad, but Ivy wears, like, no clothes, and I was trying to explain the lore to my mom, and I was like, yeah, so that's her dad, but I guess, like, he gave her up for adoption, and my mom was like, probably because she didn't wear any clothes. And she just brutally said it and then walked away. Oh, who's leaving here? You feel very eepy, you will sleep and put your phone. Alright, Kat, feel better. Feel better. We're here for you, and have a good rest. Life matters. Yes, it does. That it does. We will see you soon, alright? Alrighty, and let me catch back up here, too. But yeah, I didn't answer my mom's question. There was no real answer. She's just been like, because she looks better this way. My mom would be like, sounds like bro needs to chill. Okay, white chocolate sauce, chocolate. They have white chocolate sauce? I guess that makes sense. I just feel like I've never seen that. White chocolate is missing one of the ingredients for chocolate. I can't remember what it is, but it's the production of it. As a horticulturalist, I recommend wearing rose gloves. Oh. They have specific gloves for roses? Time to move out of New Jersey. Nah, my family's here. That's why I stay. It has nothing to do with the beach or anything. My whole family's here, so it wouldn't make sense to move. Saying white chocolate is not chocolate is like saying plastic utensils are not utensils. Both are made from the leftovers with the process of refining coca and crude oil, respectively. Alright, well, that old man was willing to die on that hill is all I'm saying. He was not having it. How dare this child make a mockery of his chocolate making. Looks great, but I understand your pain about your own creation. Oh, about the, yeah, that's... He looks the way he's supposed to look. I just don't like the design of him. Maybe when he has the cape on, it won't look as weird, but again, I gotta use one of my other fabrics for that. Probably use the same fabrics that I used for the other one. This tie doesn't look like the same. Ervin, are you still there? You said you have this one. Do you have the hat on and her hair on? If you're still here? Because I'm not so sure I know what I'm doing here. I got this much. She's looking good. Yeah. Version, they do stuff like eat walls, mattresses, and earn ashes. You're right! There was that lady who was eating her husband. I remember that. That was wild. Like, what the hell? He's always gonna be with you, I guess. That reminds me of Foamy the Squirrel. There was a thing where Foamy was talking about when he dies, what he wanted done. He was saying that when he gets cremated, he wants them to stuff his belly full of popcorn kernels. So when they cremate him, they like go everywhere. And he's like, everyone can have a tasty snack. I love Foamy the Squirrel. The old ones, which I don't think a lot of them are still up on YouTube. I think that they, I know they're all archived. So I have them all, but I don't mean just me archived. I mean also archived online. But let's see. Good night. Get good sleep. Alright, good night. White Death. White Death, are you leaving or were you saying good night to someone else? Is there any Girls and Panzer merch you don't have but really want? Hello, Wingdinger. I'm back and forth on the Beach Queens collection. If I can find the K for a reasonable price in the future at some point, because again, right now I'm taking a break from buying anything. I'm just going through my hoard. But, yeah, I would like to collect that line. There's nothing I really feel like I need right now. I do want so my Zen Market package came, and some of the things that I was trying to get off of Mandarake and stuff didn't come, like, which means they called and they weren't available, which sucks. But I wanted the Enter Mission music box, and that's one of the things that sadly they actually were sold out of. So that, I guess that would probably be the top of my list. Other than that, I don't think I have anything that's like really pressing. I want to finish the Dream Tech line, but I think I have them all in my hoard except for 3 of the Anglerfish girls, and I'm not as worried about getting them because they're not like the higher priced ones. So nothing pressing, I guess is what I'm saying. But those would be my choices if I had to choose. Excité par le nouveau film Superman. Je ne. That's a. Didn't is hard. That's one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of things, isn't it? Je ne sais pas. I don't know that. Oh my gosh, I can't French tonight. I'm so sorry, Maxie. I didn't know, je ne sais pas, that there was a nouveau film Superman. I didn't know there was a new Superman film happening. I don't know if I've ever seen a Superman film. I'm thinking of it. I don't know if I've ever actually seen one. I've seen Iron Man, and I saw some of the Batman ones. I saw Joker. Say it as do not then. Yeah, je ne sais pas is I do not know. I do not know. Nouveau film Superman. I'm getting stuck on like individual words. Like release. Like there are vocab words I don't know. I need to practice my French. I need to practice my Russian. I gotta practice my English. Gotta practice my English. Got one of the beach version, but saw other one for a good price. But I am broke. Which one did you get, White Death? I like the Nono and Katusha ones a lot because they can go together, and I thought of getting them if I can find them for a good price. But the problem is they're so small that I have issue like actually pulling the trigger on it. I've heard good things though. I believe it was Ervin who said it's definitely worth it, but yes. So Omega, they have rose gloves, like specifically for roses? I mean, at this point it doesn't matter. Oh, actually, so, as you said, I can't see the thing on the screen now, so I'm not going to be able to say the word right if I'm not reading it. Did you say you're like a herbiculturalist? Is that what the word is? Oh, hey, you said another thing that I totally missed. MSA shows the massive cultural differences between the USA and the rest of the world. In the UK version, it is strange addictions, but they are still normal people, i.e. liking burned sausages in the USA. Oh, they're not eating people and stuff. That's funny. Okay, a horticulturalist is the word. There we go. Mika, of course. Oh, yes. Gotcha. Got one of the beach versions, but saw others for a good price. Wait. You got Mika? A beach version? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so that's a prize figure line. I was like, which one? That's the one that had, I'm trying to think of who else is in that one. I think they have most of them in that one, but I could be wrong. Because there's a line of swimsuit figures that has just Marie, Maho, and Miho, I think. And then there's another one that comes in boxes, and that one has it. Horticulturalist. I would like to be a herbalist as well, though. Okay, so my rose bush, which was like as tall as the first story of my house, not any doing of mine. The lady who lived here before must have just, this thing just took off. Anyways, so like half of it died, or more than half. So I was cutting the pieces off, and I went to cut towards the bottom, and a whole, like, it just came out. It had no root or anything. So my question is, do you think the rest is gonna die? Is basically, if part of it didn't have a root and it was completely dead, but part of it's got green, like, and it's still blooming, is the fact that it's still blooming a good sign, or is the fact that there's no more roots meaning, like, I don't know if the roots were just gone on those pieces, but then I'm also like, why are the roots gone? I don't know enough about plants. My mom's got a green thumb. I kind of have a green thumb with certain things, but it seems to be prune it back hard. Roses like hard pruning. Oh, it's pruned back very hard now. Thing looks sad. To be blunt, it looks really sad. But it's now it's just the live that's there, and yeah, hope. Okay, so maybe there's still hope. Hopefully, it'll figure itself out. But alright, well, we did 2 of these tonight. That is probably a sucker, not the main root. It should be fine. Awesome! Okay, cool. Thank you, Omega. That makes me really happy, because I, like, did it all, and then I'm, like, pulling out the bottom ones, and I'm like, this is not good. Why are these just coming out? There were so many isopods, and earwigs. So many isopods, I was like, oh, do I collect them, because I have a lizard? So, I can put them in there with the lizard. But Dr. Consuming. I'm going to get some Chara card sleeves. Oh, that have Darjeeling on them. I'm going to use them Pokemon. Nice! Very nice. I have a couple of Chara cards. Well, you know I have my K ones over here. Well, maybe they're not over here anymore. But I have K ones I use for my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Not that I'm good at Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't play anything after. I play old school Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know how to pendulum summon. That's just too much thinking. Too much for me. The good thing with plants is that if it dies, you can always replant it. Yeah, well, that's it, Omega. That's the thing my mom told me. She's got such a green thumb, and the only advice she can give is that plants are a crapshoot. Plants are a crapshoot. You have no idea. You plant it, you water it, you see if it survives. If it dies, you try again, or you move on to another plant. And it's true. I got a succulent from a family member, and any succulent I've ever had, I kill. I cannot keep succulents alive for the life of me. I have an aloe plant I've kept alive for years. I've had it for years. I cannot keep alive a succulent for the life of me. So I just put it on the porch, figured it would die. Things been fine. I've never watered it. I know succulents don't like to be watered much, but it's just chilling. Did you read my comment too fast? My name is Petunia. You're addicted to bleh. There you go. I don't think I read it. Not yet. Not yet. Let's see, where am I then? Yeah, okay. Sorry, we were talking about the roses, okay, you know. How? You leave them alone? I don't touch the succulent. I assume that it must just be the moisture in the air that keeps it alive. I don't know. I don't water it. I do water my aloe plant like once a month. And then, I have Pathos in with because I have a bioactive terrarium I made for the lizard. So that's what I was gonna put. I was like, oh, do I put the isopods in there? Because that would help with the bioactive terrarium. But I think the lizard ate them, because the ones that I put in there, because I never see them. Even when I lift the water bowl. I see springtails everywhere, but no isopods. Rosehip needs water. Yeah, my plants like water. But I guess that's all the plants I have right now. I had a lot more. And I grow pumpkins. Not on purpose, but I do. Oh, and a blueberry bush. My one blueberry bush is still alive. My other one died. Every year, it seems like I get one to replace a dead one, and then the other one dies. I'm like, why? I don't know if they're too close to each other. Maybe they're stealing water, but now I only have one, so it's not going to give me any blueberries. 'Cause I think you need at least 2. At least that's how it worked last year. But, quel est ton... Oh my gosh. Quel est ton anime préféré? Mon anime préféré est Serial Experiments Lain. Et mon... Wait, I don't know how to say second. I'm going to say two. Mon deux anime préféré est Recreators ou Escaflowne. They're tied. I don't know how to say tied in French. They go between 2 and 3. They switch back and forth. Petunia, if we do that, the plane will be going... What? If you do what? If what? Question, how expensive is the K in the bunny suit? Oh. You mean like what did she go for now or what did I get her for? Which one you want to know? Because it's brutal. That one's got a brutal market. It's bad. It's really bad. I bet you it's up on AmiAmi. I could check. It's generally up. If I can remember where the heck I put my phone, I could check for you. AmiAmi has the best price for her generally, unless they don't. Very helpful advice, I know. But I see her go up there. That's a good... AmiAmi's a good place to check where the market should be. I don't know where I put my phone. Oh, well. Oh, no. It's right here. Hold on. Let's see. Now. She's at least $400 now. But let me see if she's on AmiAmi before we end the stream. I want to check. Now I'm curious. What is she at? AmiAmi has her go up every now and then, and someone always buys her. So her market's going to always remain pretty high. She's pretty rare, that's why. She's a nice figure, but the Yukari one's better. I'm at the point of saying, even though I like Kei better, let's see, as a character. Oh, that's right, you can't do it that way. Mobile AmiAmi is a little special. Let's see if they're selling her. We've got Dream Tech ready. So this is Dream Tech K, the little one. She right now goes for $373. It's pretty brutal. Those two are the most expensive other than that little beach one that I want but can't seem to find. Is she up here? Someone might have bought her. So more expensive than that. More than $373. It's usually in the 400s. I've seen her go upwards of 600 and 800. Don't spend that. I did not spend that. I'm trying to remember what she came out for. My budget was $100 over what she came out for. Mine came with the most busted box known to man, and mine is technically damaged. That's how I was able to get her. I never understood why figures are so expensive. It all depends on the figure. Because some of my Girls and Panzer figures, super cheap. Super cheap. And Girls and Panzer, luckily, most everything goes down aftermarket. So if you're going to collect anime figures, at least with Girls and Panzer, you're pretty safe. The only thing is K in particular. K's figures, if there's ever a K figure that is going to come out, you see it for pre-order, and you're like, oh, I think I want that, I highly recommend pre-ordering her, because she's going to go up aftermarket almost always. I don't know what it is about K, but her in particular. It depends on the species of blueberry. It should say on it. Oh, well, it doesn't have any blueberries. It's making me very sad. And the bush looks fine. It actually looks really healthy. It just doesn't have any blueberries on it. I don't know. I think blueberries need to be alone. I can't really remember that, or it needs to be a pair with male and female blueberries. That's what I was thinking. Maybe that's why it's not doing it. But, now, it depends. They're both no Darjeeling doctor consuming. Plants can reproduce asexually or sexually, need a male and female. Yeah. Yep. Okay, wait, blueberries have genders. Yeah, I was gonna say, I knew it had to do, that's what, yeah. I believe that they say you're supposed to have at least 2 blueberry plants, at least the blueberries that I have, and they recommend, you know what I wanted to do? I actually wanted my whole front yard, because we don't have much of a front yard, the road's pretty close. Actually, the road is really close. But I wanted to make the whole front yard, because I don't want the kids playing out there, because it is so close to the road, just all berries. Whole berry front yard, just all blueberry bushes. I think my neighbor might hate me for that, but your wallet's crying right now. Yeah, you know what? Let's see. K bunny figure. One day on stream, when I like have things set up better, we can totally just chill and look at figure prices. Let's see on eBay. This is eBay, $631. That doesn't mean anyone's buying it for that. Here she is, looking maybe in a busted box. $545. Yep. I will say, I think that one's in the U.S., so that's going to save shipping if you're in the U.S., but yeah, I mean, it's a nice bunny, don't get me wrong, but it is expensive. Oh my gosh, there's someone trying to sell it for over $1,000. Ha! That's funny. That's never going to happen. Also, just for the record, like, when figures are crazy expensive and stuff, if you buy them at that rate, you're basically saying that, oh yeah, that's a fair price. So I highly recommend, even if it is like a grail, that you don't waste your money on it unless it like, create a budget like how I did for my K. My budget for my K was $100 over what she came out for, and my budget for Yukari was exactly what she came out for. My Yukari doesn't even have a base. Her box wasn't as bad, but she doesn't even have a base with her. She's also damaged. She was from a home of a smoker. She's got scuffs on her. Kay has scuffs on her, and her box was destroyed. I still have the box, but it was pretty destroyed. You bought a Koromori Mine lighter yesterday for $100. The lighters look neat. I've seen them. I just don't have a use for one. I thought of maybe getting one in case I needed to, like, cauterize. Is this still called cauterize if you're not doing it on skin? I thought of getting one in case I need to, like, the end of string or something, you know, melt it. Kind of like how you would for shoelaces. But I don't think it's called cauterized unless you're doing skin. So, you know, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just going to hold these up because we're at the end of the stream. But I will finish up talking to you guys, and then I will log off. Let's see. Also have a DreamTech Mika got for $130. That includes shipping. That's not a bad price. That's not a bad price because she at one point, that particular one, went up in the market to $300, $400 for whatever reason, and then it came back down. I was watching it when it went up, and I was like, oh, that's not happening. But that's not a bad price. $130 is not bad. Ooh, j'adore les citrouilles. Quel, oh my gosh. Quel est le, is it que or quel? It's que, isn't it? I'm saying quel like it's Spanish. It's que. Because you don't pronounce the last letter in French unless it's got, no, you just don't really pronounce it. Unless it's an E with an accent. So, qu'est-ce, is it like Keska? No, but it's not, no, it's Kel-esque. Right, it is an L. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm having a night. My brain is struggling. J'adore citrouilles. Quel est le secret pour faire pousser des citrouilles? Is citrouilles blueberries? I don't know what citrouilles is. What is my secret for doing something? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Maxie. I need to brush up on my French. Jeez. I'm supposed to be helping my parents because they're going to go to France next year. I gotta brush up. I'm going to be no help at all. My card sleeves are on eBay. Oh, yeah? That you're getting? Nice. That's good. A lot of times eBay is more helpful for saving on shipping. You have Strike Witch's pocket watch. Oh, that's cool. Which is Greta. That's neat. I haven't seen pocket watches. This will probably be, I'll forget about this and it'll be in the merch unboxing, Merchmas. It'll be a Merchmas for Girls in Panzer. But I got a Darjeeling tea set. Not a whole set, just like one, you know. I think it's got the coaster and the tea kettle. Not kettle. What is that? Cup. A teacup. Well, yeah, see, it's late. It's getting late. I'm not going to use a lighter unless I'm going to smoke a nice cigar with friends because it looks so good. Oh yeah, that's true. You don't want to waste it. I get you. You guys can, oh wait. It's called me, wait, what? It's been a little over a month since Blech was first said. It's calling me for someone to upload a video of consuming plastic just saying Blech for X minutes. Pumpkins. Oh, yeah? What's my secret for growing pumpkins? Yep. I figured once you said pumpkins, I was like, pousse, it must be growing. Okay, so growing pumpkins. My secret is, ready for this? It's a great secret. I learned this by accident. At least at my house, if we have pumpkins on the porch and they start to rot, if you just throw them off the side of the porch into the river rocks, they resprout. They rot there. And then they just come back the next year. It's magical. I had tried to grow pumpkins, like intentionally, for years at my mom's, and I couldn't do it. Moved out, accidentally grew them because I put the rotting pumpkins into our flower bed in our apartment, one of our apartments. Just threw it into the flower bed. They just happened. They didn't make it because the vine got broken at one point. But when they were over near the, in the river rocks in front of our porch, we got like 5 pumpkins. We got like one nice size white one. And then we got the little tiny, what are they called? The little they're not jack-o'-lanterns obviously, but they're like mini jacks or something. Or what they're called. That's not the name, but if you know, you know. And they're like little tiny pumpkins, but they were all white. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, my camera's, there we go. There we go. But that's my secret to growing pumpkins. Throw the rotting pumpkin into a flower bed and then just watch it happen. But it will kill your other flowers. That's what happened, I think, to the other blueberry bush. I think the vines kind of... And sorry, but the pumpkins got priority over the blueberries because I'm obsessed with pumpkins. Pumpkins is the theme of my kitchen, and it's also what I named my car because my car is orange. Yay. Holy crap, you can speak English? Oh, you're talking to Maxie? Yeah, Maxie can speak English. Omega, if you don't mind, would you like to show us the Pocket Watch on Discord? Oh, cool. There's a channel Discord? Heck yeah, there is. Hold on. I can share the Discord. And then I'm going to log off. But I will share the Discord and leave it up for a minute or two. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I'm learning how to use Discord. Because there's like there's one for the convention that I'm looking at too, and that's where I'm like learning all these things. I'm like, oh, this is how people find groups of people to chill out with and stuff. It was really funny, actually. Okay, real quick, I'll get the thing on the Discord and then I will share this. So somebody, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Somebody on the Colossicon East thing, copy link. On the Colossicon East Discord, there's a cosplay, like, meetup thing, right? And somebody was like, they were trying to figure out what they were going to be and what meetups people should do. And someone posted saying, they just posted, I think, a picture of DSP. And people were like, oh my gosh, we should do a DSP meetup. We should all dress up as DSP. And they were like, we could just beg for money in the corner. I was like, this is amazing. I was so happy reading that. I'm not even like, I don't follow DSP stuff. I have other cows to watch, little cows, but I thought that was hilarious. That is amazing. You should do it, call it Blology. Blology. You saw one of those when looking up Darjeeling stuff to buy. Okay, channel Discord's now there. Good morning, Alvin. We're about to leave. I feel like that happens every time. We're about to log off, but I'll give it a second since I just put the Discord link. Me being autistic, I missaid what I have is actually a movie, Mika17. Oh. I think that's the one I have, right? Is that the one of her sitting? You look gorgeous today because of the ponytail. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I didn't straighten my bangs. I think I'm going to let my bangs grow out, actually. Okay, bye. Well, I'm not leaving right this second, oh, Alvin. But, I am going to leave momentarily. Yes, good night and goodbye. Oh, I guess I am going. Everyone's now saying that. Anyways. Yeah, I'll jump off. But, thank you all for joining me. I'm glad I got to catch up with you guys, kind of explain what's going on. So, July 9th is my last day at work. Says he wants to join stream more to understand blah. Ah, gotcha. But, yeah, so I hope you all have a good night. the 9th of July is my last day at work. After that, I will be having some more time to do stuff in general. Your name is Joseph Stellan on Discord. All of you have a good night. Yes, everybody have a good night, and I will see you all when I see you again. My schedule's not fixed until after I'm done with work, but hopefully I will be back soon. Anyways, goodbye for now. Have a good one. I'll see you then.